My name is Andreen McLaren, and I am the Senior Director for the National Development Planning Policy and Monitoring Branch here at MEGJC. So, the NDPPMB, we provide leadership and guidance to the minister, the ministry's agencies, and also to the local authorities, meaning the municipal corporations, on matters relating to urban planning, spatial planning, policy decisions, and also in terms of planning standards. We also facilitate and improve the efficiency of planning and development approval processes across the island through the implementation of policies. We also facilitate developers when necessary in terms of making development happen, example through pre-application consultation meeting. Another thing that we do is that we develop and review legislation to ensure its relevancy. We also process subdivision applications for confirmation by the minister. So after the local authorities have completed their process, it comes to us and we facilitate the end part of it to confirmation. Another thing that the branch does is that we facilitate and provide technical assistance to the minister regarding the handling of appeals. So appeals under the Planning Act, those are handled through our branch and we facilitate this process. So the applications, the appeals, all the documentation would come to us. We would compile them, get all the necessary reports and transmit them onward to the minister to facilitate the hearing of an appeal. Another thing that we do is that we facilitate and monitor the preparation of development orders, of sustainable development plans, of master plans. And we could go on and on. We also assist with the appointment of boards, specifically the boards of the Town and Country Planning Authority and the Negril Green Island Area Local Planning Authority. All right, so the branch contributes to national development by facilitating the development of the planning framework, policies, and standards to which developers must adhere. It also guides the growth of development in terms of where it goes, and thereby it also assists with economic growth and GDP, and also we develop strategies that will mitigate the impact of climate change on the country and on the population itself. For the everyday Jamaican, what we do, we enhance livability. In a nutshell, we provide guidance on how to develop land. We devise and facilitate the promulgation of policies that address matters. For example, if you want to build a structure over water, there's a planning guideline to do that. So you would look in the guideline to find how it is you go about doing such a development. We also would deal with the subdivision approvals, as I mentioned earlier. If somebody does a subdivision, in order for it to be considered fully approved, it has to go through the confirmation process. So we assist that process. Facilitating the appeals, and we review laws to make sure that they are relevant, because what you don't want to have is that your laws are outdated, because we know that when they're outdated they impact the pace at which development occurs, and it also impacts our Jamaicans and their everyday lives. All right, so some of the main achievements of the branch over the past 3 years to date is that we have facilitated the updating of several development orders. Specifically, we've done the Westmoreland Area Development Order, we've done Kingston and St. Andrew and the Pedro Keys, we've done the Portmore, the Municipality of Portmore, and we've done the St. Catherine Area Development Order. What this means is that more areas within the island are now coming under planning control. We have also assisted in the development application review process through the implementation of Amanda in all the municipal corporations, in all the commenting entities. So, for example, NEPA, the National Works Agency, the Jamaica Bauxite Institute, the Mines and Geology, etc. Those are all commenting agencies. So we played a role in facilitating the upgrading of the process. They've also provided oversight to the preparation of a national spatial plan. The branch has maintained its internal service standards in terms of subdivision. So we have some service standards internally that we must meet, and we've adhered to them, and in most cases, we've exceeded them. So the future plans for the branch is that we want to complete the revision of the development and investment manual. We want to review and modernize the current spatial planning framework. We intend to also bring to fruition the amendment of the Town and Country Planning Act and the Local Improvement Act. These will be big game changers to the planning space. We are in the initial phases of working on a planning policy guideline for open spaces and green infrastructure, and to also develop a tree ordinance. We will be looking to review or to complete a revision of the overwater structure policy. It's in its final phase now. And we're going to be aiding in the confirmation of development orders, as this will ensure that the entire island will now fall under the planning framework. We will be facilitating the development of master plans, and we intend to continue to review and streamline processes. For example, the confirmation of subdivision processes, we're going to streamline that to make it more efficient. We will also be looking at preparing standard operating procedures for the branch. And also, very important, we want to facilitate the completion and the implementation of the National Spatial Plan. We will be also looking at the process that is employed by the municipal corporations in the review of the modification for restrictive covenant application. And we intend to do that and complete it. And the very last, but not least, public awareness. We want to develop educational materials to share with not just our internal clients, but our external clients also. We will be holding a number of consultations on planning issues. So we will be meeting with all the various stakeholders, and we want to improve and strengthen our collaboration with our partner agencies. So the local planning authorities, NEPA, UDC, you name it, will look out for us. We'll be contacting you soon. The government of Jamaica, through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, aims to positively impact the lives of its citizens through enabling a sustainable planning environment that will foster economic growth, healthy living, and push us towards achieving developed status.
Okay, well, the Social Services Unit deals primarily with the divestment of residential housing solutions for properties owned by the Minister of Housing.